Exercises or practices that can help you develop a comedic writing style. So many. The good news is that you are already doing the first and most important one, which is being interested in writing funny. The more interested you get in this stuff, the more you pay attention and you start to notice what you think is funny. You start to reverse engineer that and you start to see the ways that you can work that into your own life. And along with that comes a very important element that will sound very cheesy, but it's giving yourself permission to try things, giving yourself permission to crack a joke, write a joke, send a joke out to your list or the client's list or wherever you're putting it, on a landing page, on a product page. Trying it, giving yourself permission to try it and seeing what data you can collect, how people react to that, whether your customers are in alignment with that. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they like what you're putting out there. And if they don't, that's also good data because that helps you refine. A way to fast forward your funny is by going to improv class, and you can find classes in pretty much any major city. You can also take them online, although it's better to be in the room because you'll learn a little bit more about physical comedy, stage blocking, things like that. But improv classes are a shortcut toward getting into the parts of your brain that are a little weird and the parts that think for themselves if you just let them and make free associations. And that's where the funniest stuff sometimes happens, especially in beginning improv classes, when you don't know the rules, so you don't know that you're breaking them. And another way to do this, if you're really interested in the craft of comedy, is by paying attention to stand-up specials and late-night host monologue jokes, trying to reverse engineer how they came up with the punchline, and then thinking about why the punchline is written the way that it is. And it's usually going to be the funniest or weirdest word or phrase saved for last, and there's going to be no fat on the joke. It's going to be only the bones that you need to set up what's coming next, because that's how we have more punchlines in the shortest amount of time. So TLDR, start paying attention to what you think is funny, start thinking critically about it. And I think it was E.B. White, I'm going to mangle this horribly, but he said something like, I can't remember, but dissecting comedy is like dissecting a frog. The thing dies in the process. Y'all look that up. It's a great quote that I can't remember completely, but yeah, there is a certain familiarity that comes with starting to think about comedy really in a different way. And that can take some of the pure enjoyment out of it. That's why you sometimes see like veteran stand-up comics who will watch a hilarious set by someone else and sit there grimly and say, that's funny. It's because they're thinking about the structure of it behind the scenes instead of just sitting there and enjoying it. But it doesn't take away your enjoyment completely. In some ways, it adds to your enjoyment of comedy. So don't let that scare you away from starting to think critically about what's funny. And don't forget to give yourself permission to try things.
Well, such a really